Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing May favorites, and as usual I've got a little bit of everything. I've got some skincare, I've got some makeup of course, I've got fragrance and fashion, I've got a couple of supplements that I have been using and loving. So if you are interested in seeing my May favorites, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I am so excited to be filming this video. I am playing a little bit of catch up because I've been doing a little bit of traveling. The biggest highlight in May was that my daughter graduated from college. It was such a big accomplishment. This is our last kiddo that we are launching out into the world, and it was an amazing experience. We were so excited because a bunch of our family came out, so it was like a family reunion, a graduation celebration. We had parties to go to, dinners to host, so that was just a really great experience. And then as part of my daughter's graduation gift, I took her on a little girls trip to New Orleans, which is going to lead me to my first favorite, and we did it all. We kicked off our trip with some facials with this fabulous woman down in New Orleans. Her name is Nurdan. I'm going to butcher her last name, so I'm just going to flash that up on the screen. But we both got facials from Nurdan, and I wanted to give a little shout out to Andrew, who is a subscriber here on my channel, and he told me that I must go to Nurdan on my next trip to New Orleans. So I followed his recommendation, and this woman is completely special. She has magic hands. She's very into health and wellness work, and I opted to get the buckle facial. This is called the Natural Face Lift, and I had been wanting to try this. This is where she puts gloves on and she massages, orally on the, she does outer and inner work. And I do have to tell you, like, wow, this actually really hurts. This was like a little bit painful. It was not exactly what I was expecting. Nurdan is amazing, and it is a huge release. But basically, she was sharing that you hold stress in your jaw and your hips, and I already knew about the hips, and of course I know that we keep stress in our jaws as well. But part of what she is doing is releasing all the stress. And the way that she does this massage, she even lets you know, like, basically, I cried. She told me to say bad words. It was definitely an experience. And she just is so amazing, though. She's just very loving. And my daughter was a little bit, like, fragile after the high of graduating from college, and then kind of the being stressed and freaked out about, getting a job and where she's going to be living and all that kind of stuff. And she was just able to really give this loving touch to my daughter, where she came out feeling a huge release and was able to sort of enjoy the trip post facial. Her skin was glowing. So I definitely would recommend to anybody, if you are local, like a New Orleanian, or if you are just traveling down to New Orleans and you want to get an amazing facial, I would definitely book with Nurdan. And where she works is at this amazing Spire Wellness Center. So you can take yoga, you can go swimming, you can eat at the Wellness Cafe. Like, it's a very special place. It's a little hidden gem in the Lower Garden District. And I do have to say, just an amazing experience. But of course, she did recommend some products to add in to my facial routine. And these are actually from Revision, and this is a brand that I can't believe I haven't tried yet because they sell this at several places where I go around town here. But Revision, this is the DEJ Daily Boosting Serum. This is an advanced age-defying serum to rejuvenate and energize fatigued skin. Basically, this has got vitamin C, it's got peptides in here. It's kind of like your one and done anti-aging serum. The texture is freaking amazing. And she used this on my skin and was like, you are going to love it. It's like a little milky, watery serum that I prefer because my skin will then just absorb this up. And I have been adding in this little boosting serum morning and night. They tell you to put it underneath your eyelids, like underneath your eyes, on your eyelids. Like, it's very awesome for the entire face and the neck. So I have been adding this in and absolutely loving this. Kind of a nice like one and done anti-aging serum. You know I like that. And then I went ahead and picked up the Nectifirm, and this is an award-winning neck product. And this is hopefully going to be firming up a little bit of my neck. I have been really enjoying this, and I've been using this morning and evening. And then after this runs out, they just launched an advanced version of it, and I'm going to try that one. So really been enjoying this as well, because your neck skin is a little bit more delicate, as well as this is when we start to age, everything sort of falls down, and I'm really not liking it. It's like one day you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened to my neck? The beauty of getting older. But anyways, I have been loving these two products from Revision, and I actually have to say I feel like I am seeing some benefits. I will do an update once I have used the whole entire serum and neck cream, but my plan is to buy the advanced version of the Nectifirm once I go through this tube. Okay, now speaking of skincare and wellness, I have been incorporating these supplements from Ritual. This is like my third bottle of the Hydrator. This is the daily skin hydration. I basically describe this as my internal hyaluronic acid. Basically, this is supposed to help hydrate my skin. I thought I would give this a try. I actually feel like it is helping my skin, so I've continued with that. And then I am a believer in probiotics, and I was feeling like I needed to mix up my probiotic because I had been using the same way, I almost want to say for 2 to 3 years, same one, and sometimes your body can get used to that strain, and so I wanted to try something new. So I have been incorporating the Symbiotic. This is pre, pro, and postbiotic. So this includes everything I need for like my healthy gut microbiome, and I have just been enjoying this little combo. Someone asked me if I do use the Ritual multivitamin. I have in the past. My general rule of thumb is like I try to eat well so that I get all the nutrients from my food, but I always am going to use certain things, kind of like my insurance policy, things that I can't necessarily get enough of in my food, but I definitely love their multivitamin, and I think they even have like a bundle that has this one. This bundle that I'm using is the gut and skin bundle, so love that. They're connected, by the way. If your gut is not doing well, you're going to see it in your skin and vice versa. So this is what I have been using, really been enjoying, but I really do like that Ritual multivitamin, and I know that they actually have a good little bundle with all 3 of them. But Ritual, I have done my research. This is a very solid brand. This is one that I do recommend. So wanted to mention those supplements because I do feel like I am getting some benefits from them. them, and it's always just a little good insurance policy. Now, I got asked what moisturizer I'm using right now, and to be honest, I rotate through products. I am a complete skincare junkie, but the one that I have been using in the AM, and which I love especially for this time of year, is the U Beauty. This is the Super Hydrator. I'm a fan of U Beauty products, and this little hydrator, this cream is so good because literally it is going to give your skin the prettiest little glow, but I don't necessarily find that this one is super like rich for the winter months, but when we shift in to the warmer months, I really love this cream because it gives me such a nice little glowy hydrating base. Of course, I'm going to top this with my SPF, and I am still rocking my favorite COLORESCIENCE No Show Mineral SPF. That is still my go-to at the moment, but this is the hydrator that I have been using now that we've come into the summer months. Big fan of U Beauty and really like this moisturizer. The next thing is not a new product, but I do want to give it a shout out because I have been using this consistently, and this is the Victoria Beckham, and they used to call it the Cell Rejuvenating. I believe it was the Priming Moisturizer, but now they're calling it the Cell Rejuvenating Illuminator, which actually probably is a better description of this, because this is what I think of as sort of a primer versus like what I'm going to be wearing as my moisturizer. And I have been absolutely loving this in the summer months. I have this in golden, and I'm just going to show you. This is what I have been using underneath my foundation, and to be honest, many days if I am not filming, I may just use this kind of as my foundation. It just gives you a nice little healthy kind of slightly golden tan look on my skin, and then I will come in with the concealer, just do little touch-ups where I need it. The two concealers that I've been using most recently is the Victoria Beckham, the concealer pen, kind of goes along with this little combo here. And then if I really need coverage, I've just been going back to my Clé de Peau, but partly because this has an SPF of, I think it's, my eyeballs aren't going to work, 27. And this little guy right here just works like the best for foundation. So I will do a little bit of the golden, and then I will come in with this, and it is going to provide you with some pretty nice coverage. And this leaves you with the most beautiful kind of velvety look on the skin. I mean, it is a concealer, but I'll just use a little bit of this, and it just really kind of airbrushes my skin. So I've been loving those two concealers. I'm not gonna let that go to waste. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that concealer all over here, just a little bit. And then on the foundation front, a favorite from the month of May is the Beige. This is the Water Fresh Complexion Touch. This is such a beautiful foundation, and they have expanded the shade range. So now they have my shade BR32. I love to apply this, like do 2 pumps and just apply it all over my skin with my hands, and it just breaks up the pigment. But this is very hydrating. It's definitely got some coverage to it, but because it is encased in these hydrating beads, it really does give you sort of this angelic look on the skin. The original Water Fresh tint is amazing. I love that, but it's very, very sheer. And so now I get it. So many of you loved this product, but they didn't necessarily have the right color for my skin tone. It just looked a little off. But now that they have BR32, This is our color if you are my shade twin, because I started out with BR22. That's a little bit too light. We can use that maybe in the winter, but you're going to want to pick up BR32. That is what I am wearing right now, and I just love it. So just wanted to give a shout out to this because I think it is the perfect summer makeup. It just looks like skin, so that's another thing. When you're outside and there's sunshine, you can see everything, and I'm just feeling like less is more right now, and this has just been another go-to. So those are sort of my favorite complexion products from the month of May. Okay, speaking of Chanel, I think these are about to finally launch in the US, so I can talk about them a little bit more, but I am absolutely enthralled with the Beige. These are the Healthy Glow Bronzing Creams. They have reformulated these, and I have to tell you, this reformulation is the best. They are so gorgeous. The new formula is just outstanding. It is like a very creamy, kind of velvety matte finish, and they came out with 5 different shades which are much more neutral. And this shade here is the Soleil Tan Light Bronze. It is just so beautiful. It's a little bit cooler neutral in tone, which I feel like I really needed. As much as I loved the original, there would be times when I put that on, I would go out into my car, or I would have had a photo taken and I would be like, oh my gosh, I look a little Oompa Loompa. It's a little too warm, a little too orange leaning. And then I ended up picking the Tan Medium Bronze as well. And I had ordered these from Selfridges. So they had launched in the UK or overseas first, and this is the medium right here. This one definitely is going to have a little bit more warm and gold in it, and then the Tan Light is definitely going to be cooler and more neutral, and the lighter one is the one that I prefer the most. I'm going to go ahead and put some on here, and you can use any sort of synthetic brush. I'm actually just using my Merit little foundation brush or cream brush. Actually, I do have to say I love this Merit. It's brush number 1, but it's a really great brush for any kind of cream products, any kind of foundation. But we're just going to warm up the skin right here with this shade, and what I love, it's just going to give me a little sun-kissed glow here. I've been waiting for these to launch in the US, but in the meantime, these are available at Selfridges, and I just have to tell you, these are a true love from Chanel. I am a cream bronzer girl. I've got so many that I love, but this one is going to be great for those of you that like more of this kind of semi-matte finish, because I have some that are a little bit creamier and glowier and dewy, but it kind of depends on the day. But oftentimes I want my bronzer to be a little bit more matte, whereas then I can add on a highlighter that is going to give me that glow, and I don't necessarily need a glowy bronzer, if that makes sense. So wanted to give a shout out finally to these Chanel Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Creams. This is actually a fantastic reformulation. I know sometimes people get sad when they reformulate their favorites, but I have to tell you, I think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised with this. Okay, then on the eye front, gotta give it to Dior. They launched 4 limited edition eye palettes for summer. I picked up 2 of them and I absolutely love both. The one that I tend to be wearing the most is the Silk Taupe here. This is a little bit more of a cool toned eye palette. Basically, I'm into these kind of soft taupe easy eye palettes. The other one that I'm obsessed with is the brown cashmere one. I did a whole look using that one as well. And that one's gonna lean a little bit more neutral, slightly warm. It is just perfect for summer. The formulations of these shadows are just stunning. They are creamy, they are buttery, they're very forgiving on more mature eyes. They really give you a lot of versatility too, because they have satin, matte, and like a kind of shimmery pop shade in here. It's very versatile, and again, you don't have to use all 5 shades when you're using these eyeshadows. Many times I will either just like pop on 2 or 3 of these, and it just makes a very simple, beautiful eye. And I just cannot recommend that brown cashmere as well as the silk taupe. You guys probably guessed that, the 2 neutral out of the gang, but these are great. Definitely would recommend those. And then they came out with a new shade in my Forever Glow Maximizers. I love these so much. So this can be used. I have the bronze, the rosy, the pink. I've got Spark. I think I have another one of these too, but I love them so much. And basically this Spark is going to give you sort of this beautiful, I want to say almost terracotta shade for the summer. And I'm just going to put a couple little drops on here, and then it's got a little bit of luminosity in here. It's so pretty. And then what I'm going to do is just come in, and again, I use this brush for everything. This has been my go-to lately, is the Merit brush. And then as you can see, I can kind of shear this out, but it's going to give my skin a pretty little glow, but not too much. And I really love too, there's many days when I will use a dot of the bronze, a couple drops of the bronze, couple drops of the pink, and one of these blush shades. And it's just gonna give your face such a pretty, healthy glow, but I promise you it is not too much. It's not overdone. Very kind of a sophisticated little glow maker here with this product from Dior, the Glow Maximizer. Absolutely love. Definitely want to give a shout out to this product. And then you all know I love Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal eyeliners. They are my favorite. And I picked up the shade Copper. For some reason, I did not have that color. And I have been loving using Copper with the Navy Noir for like a real quick, easy eye. So this is the shade right here. And that is the color, just a beautiful copper shade. And what I will do is I'll put some of the blue, and then I'll put a little bit of the copper kind of right above, or I'll use this close to the lash line here. And this creates such a pretty little look here. So I'm just kind of doing the outer third here, coming in with this little sponge, and then kind of just getting close to that navy. I like wearing this color on its own as well. It's so pretty, and I just love it for summer because of this little copper kind of bronze tone. It's just awesome. And of course, they just launched one, I want to say terracotta color. There's a new one, maybe it's clay. I need to go ahead and pick it up. It kind of looked like a matte version of the copper, but you all let me know if you want me to pick that up. And then since we're talking about Victoria Beckham, I love her Posh Balms. They are like the ultimate lip product. And then she recently launched a new one called Canel. And this one is a tan apricot color. Again, perfect for summer. It goes really well with that copper liner. And I'm just going to go ahead, pop this on. I just think it is such a great color. So I know it looks a little like brown in the tube here, but it's just basically a really pretty nude shade with some nice gloss. Slightly warm, but on my lips, I just feel like it actually livens up my complexion. It does not drain me of color. So I have been obsessed with this Victoria Beckham Posh Balm in Canel. Just one of my ultimate lip formulations ever. We're just like adding on all the makeup right now, but these have been my go-to favorite makeup items, so wanted to give some shout outs to those. Okay, moving on to perfume. I had a lot of fun creating a video of all my favorite clean girl aesthetic perfumes. So many of you seem to enjoy that one, so that made me so happy. I always love to create content that you actually want to see, so please leave down below any suggestions of what you want to see. But that was a super fun video to create, and I love all of those perfumes. There is one more perfume that I want to talk about that is an ultimate favorite, and this recently launched from Creed. This is Elidaria, and this is another one that I would consider slightly in that clean girl aesthetic, but this is the most beautiful, sort of fresh, clean, soft floral. This has peony in here. I absolutely love this. This has some rose. This has peony in here, as well as lily of the valley. The peony really comes out of this fragrance on my skin. It is like the most beautiful, pretty in pink scent. But what I love about this is that there is this very uplifting freshness. So Creed is known for their freshy DNA. Like, I love the Creed freshy DNA. It just really works well on my skin. That's what I gravitate towards, especially in the summer months. But this one is just such a me fragrance. It was love at first sniff, and I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna put some on. They recommend that you spray 10 inches away, so I'm gonna be trying that so you get the full effect as it is coming onto your skin. Oftentimes the top notes you're only going to smell from like 2 to 5 seconds, and so that's your initial burst. This just makes me so happy. This is truly such a beautiful, soft, freshy floral. I kind of wanted to include that in that video, but I thought that was a little bit more about those kind of musky skin scents, and this one does have some floralness to it. Let me read you the notes here, but I think what I love, it's just this really soft, fresh, pretty fragrance. The opening notes here are going to be pink pepper, mandarin, and bergamot. In the middle, you are going to have beautiful rose, slightly powdery notes, peony, and lily of the valley. And then in the base notes, you've got ambroxan, clean musk, cashmere wood, and a touch of vanilla. This is slightly sweet, slightly powdery. Definitely has that rose element in it, but it is not grandma rose. It's a fresh, pretty rose in here. Fluffy peony really shines on my skin. To me, this is just my perfect pretty in pink scent. This has been what I've been reaching for when in doubt, and I know I want to smell amazing. I'm going to put this on. This one also has garnered some compliments, so I'm sure that is coloring my opinion of it. But I literally have been asked, now it's 3 times now, people, strangers have come up and asked me what I am wearing, and each time I was wearing Elidaria, and each person sort of conveyed that I just smelled fresh and clean. So that's what I was saying, is this almost lended itself into that video, but again, it is definitely got some rose in there, and I know not everybody likes that. Some floral little aspects in here, a touch of vanilla, but I did want to mention this one again because it has been a true favorite of mine. I have no regrets with purchasing this, and it just works really well for me. Okay, now I'm going to dive into a little bit of fashion. I don't normally show my intimates on camera, but I do have to tell you, I found the most comfy bra ever. This is a brand that is new to me called Third and Love. And I'm somebody who loves t-shirt bras. That's basically my go-to bra. And this one is so darn comfortable. It does have a little slight wire in it, but it does not bother me whatsoever. I actually prefer that. This bra in a couple different colors along with some panties. So I don't normally get on and rave about my bras and such, but I just have to tell you, this is like such a comfy bra. It just doesn't like squeeze any of my like back fat or anything like that, and it also fits, and I think maybe that's another reason I like it. I'm not very well endowed on the top here, but I like a comfy bra and I need one still. I've just been really enjoying the comfort, the softness of these products and the way that they wear. So it kind of feels like I'm wearing nothing. And I love the way that it appears when I am wearing my t-shirts, which I'm wearing more and more of lately due to the weather. It's just like the perfect t-shirt bra. So wanted to mention those. If you're in the market for some new undergarments, I would definitely check out that brand. And then you know I'm a big believer in nice pajamas that are super soft. I swear that they help you sleep. And I got this little set from the brand Nudes. Basically, it is the softest little pajama set ever that I've just been loving. This is like the loungiest, comfiest set ever. And this is, I believe this is in the mocha shade, but I just have to say, I wish you were here just so you could touch the fabric. And I love it because it's kind of lightweight. It is summer, and I just wanted some kind of lightweight, soft, loungy kind of pajamas. This is such a great set, and this set is also such a good like giftable set. Like if you have a girlfriend or your daughter or somebody who needs a little pick-me-up or a little present, that little pajama set, I feel like no one would complain if that showed up. I'm loving it. I swear it makes me sleep better. So wanted to mention those. And then one of my favorite shirts that I picked up when I was in New Orleans is this Amelia top by Nations. I really love Nations brand. They always add just a little touch of cuteness, meaning like this has like slightly, just a teeny bit of padding in the shoulders, but this fabric is super like breathable. So it is a long sleeve shirt, but it is like a very light fabric that's very breathable, so you can wear it right now. And I just, of course, love any kind of stripes, but I just thought this was so cute. It's a bit form-fitting, but in a good way, I guess I would say. It is again kind of, they cut things so things are going to be flattering on your body. They have some really cute little like tees, but there's always a little extra element on the tee that just kind of makes it a shirt versus a tee, if you know what I mean. I ordered a cute white top from them that I will show you here, but also link below, because again, you'll get the idea. It's kind of a cute white t-shirt with just a little extra kind of ruffle on the sleeves, and I just thought it was so cute. And they paired the jeans with this adorable, this is a very fitted, very flattering vest from Pistola as well. And this one is in a size extra small, but I'm hoping you can see there's like just a teeny bit of a little V here at the end. It's very pretty because it's going to cover your waist. This is not cropped or anything, but the way that V is, it kind of just was very flattering on the body, especially with these kind of bigger, looser jeans. I feel like I need something a little more fitted on the top. Like it looks good with this top as well. But basically I came out in this little outfit, and then all the girls told me I had to get it. My daughter would not let me leave the store without buying this little pistola outfit. So I am here to share it with you. You all need to get it. We all need to twin together because I kind of felt like I was youthful but chic, but that I, again, could wear it even though I'm the ripe old age of 56. It wasn't too trendy, I guess I would say. I felt like I could carry it off. So wanted to mention that. That was a fun little shopping excursion. I am 5'3" and the Rider jeans are supposed to be cropped, but they fit me kind of a normal ankle length. But they totally work and they really are so cute, and I'm so glad that I got them because sometimes you buy things when you're out of town on a whim. But since I have been home, I have worn this to a few appointments, and I again have gotten little compliments that those jeans are super cute. Someone asked me to send them, you know, the information about them, so it's making me feel a little bit more comfortable that I'm not trying too hard to be trendy. Then many of you know that I am the queen of sweaters, and yes, although it is summer, I still wear sweaters because when I go into the air conditioning I get cold. But I have never purchased any sweaters from Tucker Nut, but I saw this adorable little Tucker Nut. This is the Colette cardigan here. This is cotton, and I just love the sleeves and the details. So but let me just show you this real quick. I probably wouldn't wear it with this particular shirt, but I just have to tell you it is so cute with just a little tank underneath. It is a little bit more cropped. This is just so darn cute with just like a little tank underneath, and you can kind of wear this open, slightly closed. It looks very cute with those kind of wider leg jeans. This is definitely a summer weight sweater, and this is such a classic piece. I think it would look cute kind of to throw over sundresses as well. So wanted to mention this little adorable piece from Tucker Nut. And then the other pair of jeans that I'm just obsessed with are the Perfect Summer Weight jeans. These are from AG Jeans, and these are petite friendly for those of you who are 5'5" and below. I am 5'3". I'm always looking for kind of petite friendly jeans. I don't consider myself to be petite, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm more regular sized. I'm just kind of short. These jeans are called the Sage Wide Leg Crop with Panel, and they are lightweight. They are so comfy. The best part is you definitely want to size down one. So I'm somebody who wears typically a 26. I can wear a 25 in bigger kind of boyfriend looser jeans. I definitely needed the 25 in these jeans. They are meant to kind of be loose, and the 25 is still ample looseness. So that's what I would say is you get a size down. Always fun to have a little smaller size. And I already had a pair of the Sage wide leg crop. I'd already shown those, but this is like the summer weight version, and then it has a panel on the side. This version does, that's supposed to be a little bit more trimming, and I do find that to be the case, like a little bit more slimming on the body. So these are lightweight. They are comfy. I haven't been able to take them off my body. That's how comfortable they are. And the best part is the brand actually gave me a code that you can use. So it is Abigail W15 for 15% off. You can use that on their site for any jeans, but I will tell you, absolutely love these Sage wide leg crop with the panel. Just the denim is so freaking soft. I love the wash, and again, who doesn't want to size down? They are like the perfect summer jeans, and I noticed they also come in this adorable Tabasco color. I'm kind of tempted to get those because I'm about to show you the cutest sandal ever, and it would look so cute with my sandal. So you guys have to tell me what you think. That could be too matchy match, but I wanted to share this code with you. I'm already a fan of AG jeans, so I was a little bit excited to get a code to share with you all. Okay, so get ready for the cutest sandal ever. These are from La Rude. I absolutely love this brand. So if you're not familiar with this brand, they have the cutest shoes ever. I've talked about this brand on my channel before, but I could not resist pre-ordering the sandal when I saw them on their website. This is so darn cute. I had just picked up my favorite purse ever. You guys, I absolutely love this bag from Parker Thatch. This is the Mochi. And I'm not even somebody who necessarily is like a red lover. I don't have a ton of red in my wardrobe, but when I saw this purse, I just could not resist it. I just thought this was like the chicest little purse ever. Absolutely love it. And then lo and behold, these were on their website for pre-order, and I thought, how cute is this going to be with my little purse? So I had to pick these up. I'm somebody who loves a platform sandal because, again, I'm not super tall, and these are so cute. You guys, I love them so much. They just showed up, and it's just a little fun, perfect sandal for the summer. These are comfortable. I generally wear a 7 or a 7.5. In sandals, I tend to buy a 7.5 because my foot's gonna be out. And I don't want it to be short. So these fit perfectly, and I got these in the 7.5 in the sandal here. But I just had to show you how cute these are. This style does come in like plain version too that are really cute, but this is the Hibiscus Raffia Scarlet sandal. These are the Gia platform. I think these are the perfect It Girl sandals, and this brand is amazing, by the way. If you are not familiar with them, I'm kind of slowly building my collection, but love so darn. And speaking of platform sandals, I'm gonna mention these once again. These are the Sorel little platform sandals. I probably wear these like almost every single day now that it's summer. These are so comfortable. They're so cute. And this is another one that people are asking me, where I got these. This is the Sorel sandal platform. Cannot recommend those enough. So I'm showing you again because I'm wearing them right now. And then I'm going to end with a pair of sunglasses from Warby Parker. These are the Javier brand sunglasses. I customized these with a little blue tint lens, and I just think these are a perfect summer sunglass. I love Warby Parker sunglasses, and I really liked the color of these along with the way that I could customize the lenses. So just wanted to show you these sunglasses in case you are in the market for some fun sunglasses. Definitely would recommend these. They're not like too big, but they're not too small. They're very comfortable. And again, I sort of liked the color story of these, especially with my blonde hair and coloring. So those are my May favorites. I have one more quick trip that I'm taking to LA to help my daughter move into her new apartment. I have been buying several things for her apartment from Wayfair as well as Quince. So let me know if you would like me to share what we are getting for her apartment. Maybe some of you have, your young children going off to, launch in their new apartments. I'd be happy to share how we are decorating Zoe's apartment, kind of the deals that we have found, and the bedding from Quince is an absolute yes, yes, yes. So I did order her some of that. I will link what we got, but if you are not familiar, Quince does be beyond just like all their good sweaters and clothes and all that stuff, they have incredible bedding and home goods. So that's another area to look at. They do so much stuff at Quince. But I have picked up new bedding for my own home. I just got some for Zoe, like the bamboo and the linen, and it's very similar to a much more expensive brand that I had purchased in the past. So I'll be happy to link any of those down below, just thinking that there may be some of you out there who are doing the same thing as we are getting our kids set up for their next stage of life. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.